How is everybody doing on a Tuesday morning? Well, by the time you get this video, who knows when it's going to be because I still have to kind of get the monetization right. So I may sit on a video since YouTube has been like demonetizing everything that I put out. Not demonetize. Well, yes, demonetizing it initially. I have to do the manual review, and then they approve it after the manual review after it's done got all of its views. So in order to try to avoid that, for stuff that I can feel, well, I guess the things that I feel can wait a little bit, I'll sit on those and leave them unlisted for a little bit, and then I'll send them out or make it public. Today, of course, you got to discuss this right here. Blue check mark by the name of Timothy Burke is upset. But let's figure out who this guy is. I don't really. So he does stuff. But blue check mark, upset. Vince Vaughn is seen being cordial and peaceful in his conversation with Donald Trump and others, including his wife. Now, you may think this is extreme, right? First of all, Vince Vaughn has never been one of them. There's a couple of different layers that we got to discuss here. First of all, Vince Vaughn is not one of you guys. Unfortunately, we assume quite often that Hollywood consists of a bunch of leftist elites. Vince Vaughn has never been one of those. Not never. Maybe he was back in the Gap, but certainly in very relatively recent history, for the most part, he's not been that. We know that he's identified as libertarian in some cases because of his support with Ron Paul. But he's never been that. He's never been one of these leftists. But again, there's layers to it that we got to discuss. This guy is losing it because he sees that this person that he probably admired, maybe he was asleep, maybe wasn't paying attention, but this person that he admired is having a peaceful conversation with a guy that he despises. I would be like, okay, if they were consistent in the idea that when it comes to Obama, right? But they're not. If you were like, all right, presidents, green light, warmongering, pieces of garbage, and anybody that converses with these guys, I guess they don't expect them to be peaceful. I guess they expect them to be antagonistic about it, which is, whatever. If that was their approach, I'd be like, I see where you're going with that. But Obama was suave, and everybody loved, not everybody, but these types loved it when people, their favorite celebrities, for the most part, all co-signed Obama. It's a crime to speak against that man. Yet, to see someone shaking his hand, being respectful, no idea what the conversation was. For all we know, he could have been telling Trump about himself. Who knows? But they don't even like the sight of him having peaceful, cordial conversation with the man. That's where these guys are at. Can have that conversation with Obama. That's all good. But you're supposed to be one of us. You're supposed to be a leftist. It's okay when you talk to Obama, but you cannot speak to that man Trump. It's weird, man. Because remember back in the day, it used to be cool. All the rap artists used to call themselves Black Donald Trump. Trump would show up in everybody's shows and stuff like that. It used to be very, very cool to converse with Trump. Then he put an R next to his name and ran for president, and now they dislike him. But again, layers. This goes to the political monopoly that exists among Hollywood. And it's not just among the Hollywood elites themselves. It's among people that look up to these guys for whatever reason, and they value them to the point to where I don't even want to see you conversing with the enemy. Political monopoly. What else do we call it? These guys feel like they inherit the thoughts and the political ideology of those in Hollywood. And it makes sense when you consider the vast majority of Hollywood are raging leftists. But this guy, among others, is like, oh my God, the guy that we loved, who again never really identified with you guys anyway, but the guy that they loved is not one of them. And again, if they were being consistent on it, I'd be like, okay, whatever. If you were triggered to the oblivion when Obama, or if Obama were to have peaceful conversation with those Hollywood types, and you're pissed when they do it to Trump, I'd be like, all right, whatever. But because he's not on your team, this is why they feel the way that they feel. This is weird, man. But again, they haven't been paying attention because Vince Vaughn, this isn't anything new of Vince Vaughn in terms of when you consider who he supported in the past. He's not one of you guys. He's not. He's never been one of you guys for the most part. He's Hollywood, but like I said, he doesn't necessarily maybe wear his political ideology on his shoulders all the time, or on his sleeves, like a lot of the raging Hollywood elitists do. And I've said, again, most of them that are not like that in terms of their political philosophies or whatever it is that they adopt, they generally keep quiet about it. Whereas to the guys that wear it on their sleeve are raging leftists, because that is the acceptable position. Vince Vaughn is canceled. He sold this Timothy Burke guy. He's so very, very sorry to have to share this video. How dare Vince Vaughn be peaceful with the president? He can be peaceful with Obama. That's fine. That's okay. But Trump, he's the enemy. You can't do that. You're supposed to be one of us. This guy's weird, man. He may have had something if he's consistent. But come on, man. He just thinks that, oh, Hollywood, you're supposed to be one of us. How dare you? How dare you support this guy? And it's not even that. Like, this is just him having a conversation with him. Who knows? I don't know. Vince Vaughn may think this guy, he doesn't support him. I don't know. But he just had a respectful, it seemed, cordial exchange with Trump. They don't even want that. I guess they thought he was supposed to go up to him and punch him in the face or something. These guys are weird, man.